Today, the moon is in Capricorn going into Aquarius. And so I thought it would be a good time to talk about transformation in power structures. Capricorn is the sign that has to do with structure. It has to do with the bony skeleton in our body, and it has to do with institutions and anything that creates a structure, an infrastructure, anything that we kind of come to count on and rely on because it has a system to it, right? So any kind of organization or way of systematizing kind of is a way of representing that deeper archetype of the structure of Capricorn. And today, the moon passes by Pluto, reminding us that Pluto is in the final degrees of Capricorn, taking us through this intense and deep transformational process. And then later this afternoon, depending on your time zone, the moon goes into Aquarius. And so that brings a feeling of breakthrough, of freedom, of shaking things up. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, October 21st. And with this very serious Capricorn moon that we have right now, it gives us this opportunity to think about the deeper foundations. And so yesterday I was sharing about the foundations of happiness and how we can cultivate that and create that for ourselves. So that the ways that we get in touch with what we are standing on, what we are relying on, depending on what gives structure to our lives. And so with the moon then making its journey through Capricorn and going past Pluto today. Pluto is the planet of truth and power, and it is a transformative energy, very deep transformational energy, not allowing us to be content with the way things are, but inviting us to ask what it is we really want. And in that process of looking into ourselves for a deeper truth, we can get in touch with what we really want and then create the foundation of, happiness going forward from there. So transformation in power structures is a good way to sum up Pluto in Capricorn. And then the moon slides through the signs every couple days, 2 to 3 days. It takes, it spends in a sign, astrological sign. And so we have this energy or this vibe for that 2 to 2.5 day period. So with the energy of the moon traveling through Capricorn, it's going to kind of bring our attention to that Plutonian energy and bring it into the vibe of the day, right? So kind of highlighting it, bringing in that deeper truth through our feelings. And because the moon is about how we feel, it's about what our hearts want, and that's why it's about it. The moon is the mood, right? The mood of the day, same root word. So that the activation of that Pluto energy is also asking us to look at where power is in our lives, how power is used, how we use power, and specifically thinking about the structures we rely on. And those may be structures in your own life, what it is you use to organize things, whatever systems you use in your life to organize your finances, or who's going to do chores in your house or your to-do list, right? Or it could be in work, like the way that you organize things, the way you stay productive. Those are all good Capricorn things. But so there is an opportunity to look at how those bring power into our lives and how we can have more power in the good way, right? Through empowerment empowering ourselves to create systems or look at our existing systems and transform them in ways that make them more useful, right? That's the whole point of having a system, is so that it can help us accomplish something, which is another good Capricorn word. So that experience of how we look at and think about power, and power in terms of structure, how structures can empower us and disempower us, that is also transpiring in the world. And so as we think about the ways that systems show up in the world, our political systems, our government, our financial systems, our healthcare systems, our educational systems, our family systems, all the ways that we create containers that have a structure, right, that we can follow, those are up for shifts and transformation. And so thinking about how power plays into those structures on a deeper level, thinking about too, like, what structures most impact you? What systems or institutions are you dealing with? Do you have to go down to the DMV, or what is the institution that is impacting you in your life at the moment? And how is it functioning, dysfunctional? How is power used in that system, in that institution? And so thinking about that and asking those questions, it doesn't, it's great to participate and to get involved in ways that you might want to help to shift the power balance in the context of institutions. But, even on a just very everyday level, thinking about how that is showing up for you in your life right now, and of course how it's showing up in the world, and in this bigger picture, this much bigger picture, how power is shifting, what is changing, where we need to step into our power to make our systems and our institutions work better, which I would say is, an ongoing theme, and one that I talk about here regularly. But there may be something showing up for you in your life with today's astrological energies and the moon sign that could relate to that bigger sense of purpose, right? And ability to get involved, find your power, and make a difference. So then the moon goes into Aquarius, where we think about freedom, where we think about shaking things up. And so the intensity is more in the morning. It is going to vary a little bit depending on your time zone. Morning to noon to early afternoon, East Coast. But then after that, I guess early afternoon, West Coast, late afternoon, East Coast, depends where you're at. The moon shifts into Aquarius, sort of breathing a breath of fresh air. It's like opening the window, getting some fresh air in, and also an ability to think about things in different ways. So getting outside the box, shaking things up. So letting in the open window, right, that allows insight and inspiration and new ideas, new thinking, new approaches to pop in, right? That's very Aquarian. So Aquarius is like the energy of earthquakes. So it's sudden change and it's sudden ideas. So we're going to open our minds to those ideas that might help us think about how we can participate in our own empowerment, as well as ways that we can participate in systems changes. So a lot to think about for today, but maybe that can help you connect something that is showing up for you in your life at this moment, whether it's in your, immediate environment and immediate family or community, or whether you're thinking about something going on in the wider world. These are the energies that are showing up today. And then because the moon is going into Aquarius, it's actually also today at its first quarter. So the waxing moon is half full at the first quarter, and that brings a pressure to shift, to change, to steer, to shift your consciousness, to shift your approaches. And so that energy is involved in the Capricorn and the Pluto, and it's just all happening. And as well, the sun is going, the sun is going into from Libra into Scorpio. So with that first quarter, we're getting ready to have this shift of the moon. I'm sorry, the sun into Scorpio. That will be happening around Monday. So anyway, shifting and changing, thinking about where we need to steer and what is the path of empowerment. And so here's what I was getting at, is that with the moon going into Aquarius, with this first quarter moon forming in late Capricorn, early Aquarius, I thought it would be a good time to review an old topic. Actually have a video I'm going to repost for you tomorrow on the age of Aquarius. And what is the age of Aquarius? Because sometimes I get that question. When the moon's in Aquarius, does that mean it's the age of Aquarius? It's just a as we learn astrology, we understand what these different things mean, but that I reflect on in the video I'm going to repost tomorrow. It's actually from about a year ago, but I'm going to repost it for you tomorrow and give you that chance to explore that topic again about the age of Aquarius. What is it? What is it bringing? When does it happen? What do we do about it? So some great information there that I'll be reposting for you tomorrow. And with the first quarter moon. So thank you so much for being here. I'm actually speaking at a holistic nursing conference over this weekend. So that's one reason why I'm reposting a video from a year ago. But I'm going to be speaking on astrology and how to bring astrology into a holistic nursing practice. And if you're interested in that topic, first of all, go check out the Oregon Holistic Nurses Association, OregonHolisticNurses.org, if you want to learn more about our conference. And then also on this channel, on this YouTube channel, I have a playlist called Astrology for Nurses. So that's my thing. I like to help nurses understand how astrology can support people in their own healing process and how it can help caregivers understand the healing process. So check out Astrology for Nurses, my playlist on this YouTube channel, and come back here every day. I'm here with you with astrology for unshakable self-care. We're learning about how the planets give us the information that helps us make empowered choices in our lives for our own self-care and just for being better people and living our highest potential. Thanks so much for being here. And again, I am Marina Ormes, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Check it out tomorrow. I'll be reposting that video on the age of Aquarius. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.